London, England, February 13th, 1766. The House of Commons is packed. At the center, Benjamin Franklin, spectacles in hand. Unbeknownst to him, he is about to face 174 questions from Britain's lawmakers and become the voice of the American colonist. The Stamp Act had been in force for less than a year, and the colonies were in open protest. Parliament wanted answers.
Welcome to Unlocking the Secrets of America's Founding Ideas. Discover the untold stories of American history with the National Character Association.
In 1765, Franklin was living in London representing Pennsylvania. At first, he saw the Stamp Act as a minor tax and nothing the colonies couldn't handle. He didn't like it, but advised his constituents not to overreact. Back home, he was accused by political opponents of having accepted bribes to write in support of the Stamp Act. A riot threatened his home, and his wife, Deborah Franklin, armed with her brother's firearm, refused to leave, causing the rioters to leave instead. With news of riots, boycotts, and burning effigies, Franklin became convinced in his own mind the principle of the matter that taxation without representation was a line the colonists would not cross. Franklin flooded London newspapers with letters arguing the unfairness of the Stamp Act, including a cartoon demonstrating that if Parliament continued this course and escalated the crisis, the empire would be dismembered. This caught the attention of Parliament, who soon called on him to testify. Franklin prepared. He studied every argument for the act, writing scathing counterpoints in the margins of a pro-tax book. And when called to testify, he walked into Parliament ready to dismantle the case for the Stamp Act piece by piece. The questions came sharp. Franklin's answers were sharper still.
Do you think the people of America would submit to pay the stamp duty if it were moderated?
No, never. Unless compelled by force of arms.
What was the temper of America toward Great Britain before the passage of the Stamp Act?
The best in the world. They submitted willingly to the crown. But the Stamp Act has changed that.
If the act is not repealed, what do you think will be the consequences?
A total loss of the respect and affection the people of America bear to this country.
If troops were sent to enforce it?
They will not find a rebellion. They may indeed make one.
What is now the pride of the Americans?
To wear their old clothes over again until they can make new ones.
He reminded Parliament of America's sacrifices in the French and Indian War and warned that Britain's heavy-handedness would drive the colonies towards independence, not loyalty. By the end of the 4 hours, members who had defended the tax were shaking their heads. Franklin had made the tax look not just unjust, but impossible to enforce. 1 month later, the Tax Act was repealed. Franklin called it a mix of skill, luck, and providence. But the truth is simpler. In that room, for those 4 hours, no one argued the colony's case better than Benjamin Franklin. But on the same day the Stamp Act fell, Parliament quietly passed another law, the Declaratory Act, declaring it could legislate for the colonies in all cases whatsoever. Most Americans ignored it. They shouldn't have, because Britain hadn't stepped down. It had only stepped back, and its next step forward would be a fatal one, bringing new trouble to the streets of Boston.
Like, follow, and subscribe to the National Character Association. Visit nationalcharacter.org to learn more.